Welcome, audience. As we sit here right now, we are about to begin the Nindies Direct. And here's the funny thing. Apparently this one is set to be a half an hour long, of all things.
On the 20th of March, by the way.
Holy cow, wow. That's a pretty
It doesn't
lengthy
mean
direct
too
for
much. It
Nindies.
doesn't mean too much since the last Nindies, actually, as far as I recall.
That one was much shorter, I think.
True.
Oh, guys, I think it's about to start.
So, what's this one?
It's something that's RPM. Nintendo Switch. Eh? Of course, Nintendo plus Indies equals the Nindies.
Well, the Switch is basically the console home for...
I am Dr. J.M.
Good morning.
From the Ministry of Drink and Health Regulation. While many working
Why are you here?
Is this Reefer Madness brought to the Nintendo Switch?
Finally, what I always wanted. Refer Madness for Smash.
A very great annoyance which
Perfect.
occurs often with milk occurs during the pouring of it. If you tackle a particularly vicious pour without taking the proper care, you're bound to splash all over.
Did we need
Your
a
whole day
PSA
is
for
ruined.
not pouring milk?
Well, it's all fun and games until somebody overdoses on the milk.
Oh, is this Happy Few? Because of Mask.
I wonder, although it's missing the Britishness.
Yeah, this looks more like one of those PSAs from the Reagan administration. Well, not way before, still American administration, like the Eisenhower period.
So Reefer Madness mixed with
Cuphead!
on the
Hello?
Nintendo Switch.
Figures.
So, any reason worth buying a Xbox One? But,
I'm guessing. Well, keep in mind, it was only co-funded by Microsoft. I'm guessing they wanted the usual like 1 year exclusivity.
oh, it's available in April.
April 18th, I think.
Yes.
Well, to be fair, this could also be a result of Microsoft and Nintendo
This has
getting
never
very
been
friendly.
a Microsoft IP, mind you. We made it clear from the start, so...
Well, it technically
it's not-
was considered a Microsoft thing.
No,
since
but
it was on
Microsoft did not
Xbox
even
One.
publish it. It was just a temporary exclusive. Did we just mention the devil in a Nintendo Direct?
Yes. Yes, we did.
I guess
No, what are you talking about?
I mean, we already
Oh, hey,
had...
Kyle Maria.
We had in the other Direct the guy saying that with the Switch you can open the gates of hell with Diablo 3, so...
You'll see why.
That's right, the DLC has also to come out.
Yeah, I'm wondering, are they going to include that on this release?
Not sure.
And will we get a physical
We
release?
didn't say anything.
Okay, well that was a good
Hi, Kirk.
opener.
I'm Katie Casper, the friendly
And
gamer.
Katie.
Thank you for joining as we showcase upcoming games.
I get
in our
it.
first Nindies showcase
Katie
of
Casper, the
2019.
friendly gamer.
Here, she looks like she has been dubbed over.
And we're just
And they both have been dubbed
While we are
over.
honored to bring you games
Or
series
maybe
like
it's just the
Super
video
Mario,
presentation.
Legend of Zelda, there are
Oh,
many other
did somebody
worlds to
say
explore.
Zelda in a
Created by
Nindies
our
thing?
talented indie partners, these
I
games
wonder
combine
what
the
that's
quality of
about.
curation
Well, we had
with
Skyrim with Breath of the Wild skins
That's
content.
Right, Kirk.
So,
Developers across the globe have embraced Nintendo Switch.
But
and they have
that
plenty
wasn't
more unique
indie though.
experiences to
This
share
is
with
an
you.
indie
True.
show.
Skyrim
Whether
and
it's building a
indie.
kingdom, vanquishing angels and demons, or just
That would
kicking
be
back and tending a
stupid.
farm. Games make our dreams a reality.
Well, true that,
so
they
much
make our
available
dreams a
on Nintendo
reality.
Switch already.
Who would have
We're
thunk that
delighted
you'd
to show you that
see
there's even more
Cloud
great
Strife,
content on the
Ryu, and Sonic the Hedgehog all together in nothing but a game?
First up is
Hello.
Overlay, a new take on the end-of-the-world narrative from the creator of
Oh, a
Cannonball,
new end of the
Adam
world
Saltzman.
narrative. This should be
Not to
interesting.
mention
This
gorgeous
this
award-winning
reminds me a
visuals
bit
by Heather Penn
a
and
mix
haunting
between
original
XCOM
soundscape by
and
Jocelyn
that
Raines.
Walking Dead
It's a
survival
squad-focused,
game.
turn-based
Not the
strategy
Telltale
game
one,
faced with
the
different
2011
choices.
one.
The
Will you
Telltale
search
one, I
for
believe, is
supplies,
literally
Oh.
called The
heal a
Walking
wounded
Dead.
ally, fight off a
No,
monster,
that's not the
rescue a
Overkill
helpless
one. It's
stranger,
called Walking
save
Dead
your
Survival
dog,
Instinct, I
please
think.
save the dog. You
Uh-huh.
can't do it all, so
Please
choose
save
your
the
actions
dog.
wisely as your band of friends road trips across the United States. Sounds easy, right? Well, there's a catch.
Be careful, you
Nope.
may run into
Yeah,
Joe and...
it has pretty much the same structure. You have to manage your resources, follow the road, meet the people, and manage all of them while trying to avoid the dangers.
Zombie apocalypse. So what's the problem they run into Joe and Ellie on one
I
road
can
and then
dig
run
this,
into Leon and Claire later?
One man is prepared to destroy
Oh,
anyone
here's
in his
my
sight
my friend
using
Pedro.
moves reminiscent
Oh,
of violent
Pedro,
conflict,
keen.
all while guided by a self-aware banana named Pedro.
Okay.
Of course.
How many drugs? How many drugs?
Probably the Suda 51 variant. These almost
All of
feel
them.
like something
All
evil
of
doing.
them.
That said, though, this game looks pretty lit, gonna be quite honest.
It's all stylistic, and I dig that.
I wonder if the slowdown thing will be a nice mechanic game-wise, or if
Oh,
that's
it
just
looks
for
like similar
flavor.
to how Max Payne handled it, so it might as well
My
be.
friend Pedro drops in
Oh,
as a
it's coming this
console exclusive
June.
for Nintendo
I wonder if
Switch
we'll
this
get a
year.
showing of it at Devolver Digital's E3 showing.
Probably.
In the emotional survival game NeoCab, fulfilling your job as a rideshare driver is the only way you might reunite with your best friend Savvy, who's wanted by Capcom, an omnipresent megacorporation.
So,
In this
oh,
dystopic
it's a
future,
taxi
you're the
driver
last human
simulator.
driver in a city
Huh.
overrun
That's
by
your speed,
automation.
Shiroi?
As you navigate the streets of the fictional
No.
California city, Los Ojos,
So,
you'll
it reminds
meet
me a
Pedro's
bit
first
of
cast
maybe
of
Papers,
characters.
Please, in a
Each
sense
with
that
their
you're
own
stuck in
story
one
arc.
location and have to
Your
handle
choices,
all these
like
different
picking
people and
passengers, balancing
interact
your
with
income,
them.
sustaining a
Glory to our
Interesting.
Skalska, by the
and
way.
managing your
Of
emotions
course,
via
it's
the
got
Feel Good
ratings and
system
everything.
are all elements you need to maintain to
A
keep your
spectral
job
emotion.
and
Reminds me
find
of
your
that
friend.
game called, I think it's called Deadbeat
I'm
Cop
not
or
too
something.
sure on the art style. It reminds me a bit of Archer,
NeoCab is
actually.
scheduled to
Oh
open
my
Oh,
god,
gosh.
it does.
this summer.
You know, I've always wanted to lead a pack of dogs in the wilderness. This next
Have
game
you
will be as
now?
close as I ever get.
Scott,
Let's check in with
Scott,
Lindsay
we're
Russell,
filming.
the game's director.
The Iditarod dog sled race is a grueling 1,000-mile journey embarked upon by teams of
Team
diverse
belongs
mushers
to
of
the-
all
Embark.
ages, genders, and skill levels
Ha.
every year.
funny.
Anyone can win, but many are just trying to finish.
Will they
trying
include
to
the
prove to
naughty
themselves that
dog, I
they can do
wonder?
it. As game director to
Sorry,
Milan
we're
Studio,
still
I
stuck
became
with Sony.
fascinated,
He'd look
maybe
very
a
out
little
of
bit
place
obsessed
anyway.
with this idea.
I
We
suppose.
knew we wanted to tell
At
a
least it's
story
not the
in the world
doggo
of
from
dog
Call
sledding.
of Duty
And while I
with the
don't
motion.
The ghost one.
anytime soon, we're thrilled,
Poor
and a little bit
German
nervous
Shepherd.
to reveal
The
our
motion
debut title,
capture.
The
I
Red
hope that
Lantern.
German Shepherd got paid well enough.
Do you have
So,
those
let's
moments
see what
that
this
stick
game
out in
is.
your mind? When I was a kid, I was told you are what you do, so
Timberline.
wisely.
God dang these dog puns.
I could be an astronaut, a CEO, a painter, a doctor. I
A
could
plumber?
Be anything. Hi.
And then you end up in a cubicle job.
supposed to achieve
Enjoy your
great
life.
Unfortunately for me, you are also your mistakes. And turns out they tend to remember those more.
Your mistakes will remember this.
Hi, I'm
Hello.
a disappointment.
Oh.
So,
Aw.
I've decided to become something else. Something that can't be forgotten. I've got a plan. Get a van, fill it with dogs, go to Alaska, race in
Get
the
dogs.
Iditarod
Get
sled
sled, go
race.
to Alaska. Please. Iditarod.
Nothing could take that from me. And things we're going to plan.
But,
Dogs, sled,
but,
on
Medikits.
way.
what goes wrong?
However, things tend to go to plan. Right up until May.
Oh,
Oh,
crud.
fair.
Right up until
Oh,
you die.
snap.
Wow.
No, not the doggo.
Oh,
That escalated quickly.
the Red Lantern. Well, this is going to be one of the weirdest superhero origin stories I've ever
survival.
heard about.
Sure, I
Training
guess.
For the grueling Iditarod race. With
I
your
mean, the
trusty crew of
concept is a
dogs,
bit
navigate the
novel,
Alaskan wilderness
by having to
find
drive
your
as
way
Slade,
Combining
and you
roguelike
know,
elements
having
into
to
this
get your
story-driven
dogs
adventure game.
and survive
Hundreds
with
of
that.
unique events come
Sure,
occur.
it's just
Tend to your
that the
dogs,
problem may be the
mend your own
survival
wounds,
situation,
hunt to
but I
survive.
think that the concept is
Thanks
novel
to
enough
Nintendo
to
Switch system's
warrant
gyro controls,
this
you can
try.
look around the environment
How
with a
much do you want to
simple turn
bet
of the
that if you
system
don't play the
and
game just
handheld
right,
mode.
you lose more
Good lord, what
dogs?
is happening in there?
Releases onto Nintendo Switch later
Aurora
this year.
Borealis?
I don't know about you, Katie, but when I play horror games, I jump a lot. Fortunately,
What,
I can
Wrestling's
feel you,
evil?
man.
slow burn on the scare meter. Don't get me wrong, Darkwood will creep you out, all while changing the perspective on survival horror games. Craft weapons, prepare traps, fortify hideouts, You'll explore and scavenge the eerie forests of
Not
the
too
Soviet
digging
archive
on
there.
this one.
I don't know. I mean, a horror game that's from a top-down
Sure,
perspective.
the thing, no, the top-down perspective is fine. Reminds me a bit of Hotline Miami, but it's another. Sorry, it's another horror survival with crafting elements. It's just.
Each playthrough and player.
I mean, you know what? To be fair, it's not their fault that the market has made a lot of those.
No,
lately.
no, I understand that. I'm just thinking that, for example, NIS actually produced an IP that does this without having the whole crafting mechanic.
What do you think,
I
Shiroi?
forgot what it's called. Nitro Red reviewed them recently.
Well-trained assassin, the Dragon.
Oh, hello.
Capable of instantly
Oh,
taking
hack
out
and
any
slash, double dash.
obstacles and
Very fast.
mysterious powers and
Minecart
cognition allow you to
section.
both see the future and manipulate time.
Evasion.
Interesting.
You'll leave no breathing
Okay,
bodies
this
behind.
looks neat.
I must recommend
Almost
caution.
This is like it's almost like this is like that Espio, the chameleon game that Sonic fans never got. It's fast. You're controlling a ninja and then to do all this acrobatic shit. It fits.
After a hard-fought mission, sip some tea and try to rest.
Oh, goody
The
tea.
next
Great.
day, you'll take a seat on the therapist's
I'm sold.
couch and talk through your demons.
Even a therapy
Of course,
session.
Make sure to get a much-needed refill of your medication.
Wow, okay.
Calling it the therapist is the final
Now go
villain
forth,
boss.
Katana in hand.
Well, are you
remember,
suggesting that your
leave
true
no
nemesis is
survivors.
actually your closest
Katana
friend?
Zero slashes its
Of
way to
course.
Nintendo Switch
Katana
April
Zero.
18th.
Also given
It's
by
available
Digital.
If it's also for PC, I might give it a try.
This next game is pretty.
Wait, let's save that joke for the
What?
developer. Wouldn't it be
Oh.
way cooler if they introduced the next game?
Totally. So let's pass it over to our friends at Double Fine.
Double Fine?
Oh, Double Fine, so it's Team Shaper? No, Lady Patty, okay.
And today, we're going to show you something that has never been seen before.
Oh, well, guess it's not Psychonauts. There he is.
Team, please.
What are you doing, dude?
He's being Tim Schafer. Unreal Engine. A Double Fine production. Published by Bandai Namco.
Interesting. Well, it's not too far. Oh, look.
Lies in ruin.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
It's not too far-fetched. Double Fine also has worked with Sega once to make a game similar to that. It's called The Cave.
Could it be another Brutal Age game?
Broken Age, you mean?
Broken Age.
Brutal Legend is a different one made with EA.
Who is Rad?
Dude!
Okay.
That's so tubular, man.
So it's Mad Max mixed with Mutant Apocalypse.
90s.
Yeah.
So it's Mad Max and Splatoon.
Mutation.
Oh.
Oh snap.
Mutation.
So you as the player can also mutate.
It reminds me a bit of Zombies Ate My Neighbor.
Yeah, actually. Oh. You can
You-
spawn
like
spider
Yoshi.
babies.
Yep. I think I could get behind this one.
Yeah, the structure really reminds me of Zombies Ate My Neighbors. It has that kind of arcade feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Laser!
The child shows promise, but the time has come for their real quest to begin.
Oh.
You are
Okay.
Rad.
Tubular,
It's
man.
crazy enough to work.
There was
Wow,
also
there's
that
gonna
poor
be a
try
lot
for
coming
sign.
out this summer. Then again, they are indie games, so.
Yeah, when it comes to indies, any date is fine for release.
No idea what you're getting
It's not
yourself
with
into
major
with this
AAA when you know there are some months that are better to release a product.
Action adventure game. You're right.
That's exactly what this is.
Awkward.
Not only is Creature in the Well a world debut, it's also a top-down
Oh.
action-adventure game inspired by the fine
Huh.
art of pinball. It all takes place in the desert, where a giant creature has
Weird.
entrapped townsfolk in an eternal sandstorm.
Oh, gosh, the Kuro.
As the last engineer tasked with powering up a giant weather machine, Your mission is to finish the job once and for all.
Interesting choice.
Before the world beyond the sandstorm.
It's got an incredibly silly gameplay style with an incredibly serious story. Consider me interested.
Pinball is a bit too random for my liking, though, so I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Well,
this one seems to be requiring a lot of reflexes and
I think when they say,
precision.
yeah, I think in regards to pinball, it has to mainly do with, you know, the reflector stuff.
Then again, Shiroi, I'm curious since you seem to like that game. How do you fare in Celeste? Because from what I heard, it's hard as balls. Let me guess.
If I can edit my death count, I will.
Mr. Wolf finds himself alone.
I die. I die a lot.
And you're the one recording it for the channel. This should be fun.
He's got Britain's gut
I'm not picking up the strawberries. I'm just doing the story.
Aww.
Fine by me. I mean,
I'll show you where they are, but I ain't getting them.
according to Johnny, you don't really need them for like the super special ending or something.
No,
Yeah, you don't. And
What
you know
is this? It looks like it reminds me a bit of Samurai Jack.
It's a bit of an isometric
Yeah.
hack and slash, but it's incredibly interactive environment, sort of.
Oh,
as our
a
lone
rubber
enemy,
ducky.
Mr. Wolf brawls his way to the very
Mr.
Mr. Wolf.
Find out just how twisted this Western revenge
Blood
tale will get.
roots.
Blood roots. That
Given to
screams
us by
like it.
Paper Cult.
All these edgy names.
Oh? We see here in a furry ridden valley something? Oh my.
Okay.
What do you think, Shiroi?
I'm not sure.
Archery, nature with animals, their story
Hi.
becomes yours. This is my story, and no one else's.
A primal fantasy collides with the advanced game design of today in Pine.
Oh,
In this
okay.
open-world third-person action-adventure game, the world and your enemies will adapt to your choices. You'll
Interesting.
travel to 6 diverse biomes across miles of terrain and
It looks ambitious, but at the same time a bit unfinished on the edges.
The only way to prepare is to
It looks like
scavenge,
an
barter,
MMO of
harvest,
sorts.
Mm,
almost.
it tries a lot to be 3D Zelda, I can see that. Especially inspired by Breath of the Wild.
Complete with your own party and stuff. It does look good. I just hope that, you know, they'll be able to flesh it out well enough, you know, especially considering how it's
Man, I
an indie
love
title.
arcade games.
Still, it looks
But I'm
promising.
thinking it's time we bring some more to Nintendo Switch.
Oh?
How about some games from Rami Ismail and Jan Willem Niemann of the independent studio Glambeer?
Yes.
I don't recall
What
hearing
the
of them
people wanna
before,
know,
but bring them
what
on.
games and when?
You won't have to wait long to fight endless hordes of enemies because Super Crate Box is coming out
Super
next
Crate
month.
Box.
It'll be the
A
first
lot
time
of
players
indie
can
Okay.
games with the title
fast-paced
box in them.
multiplayer matches, a feature that's exclusive to the Nintendo Switch version.
Plus,
Oh.
Nuclear Throne comes out today.
Nuclear
It's out
Throne.
Roguelike
now.
about
Now.
mutants who spend their day fighting in a gritty, post-apocalyptic world. Whether solo or with a fellow mutant buddy in co-op mode, you can become ruler of the wasteland.
Oh,
Yeah, I already did that in the Mad Max video games, but I'll see if I have time for this
it's a
Ship
too.
collection of
best,
bite-sized games with a
oh,
growing catalog
something.
over time.
Ship
Starting
best,
with
and then
Oh,
they give
that's a
a score.
score. Okay,
Ultra
maybe
Bugs
it's not
is
the
a
title, my bad.
fast-paced, high-score-centric game
Ultra
where you pilot
Bugs.
a ship to fight endless space bugs that split up into more space bugs.
You know, with all
within
these indies, I kind of
But never
miss
fear. Defeating
someone
the
actually
occasional
doing
boss
traditional,
monsters, Ultra Bugs will
you know,
unlock enemy
shooters
terrain
like a
you
Galaga
can
or
use to
Gradius.
customize your ship.
I
This
get
looks
that they
like
want
that.
to.
Glambeer
True, but it tries
Ultra
to
Bugs
do
is coming
something
to Nintendo
different
Switch
as
later this
Yeah.
year.
well.
I guess to be fair, we have so many of those that
Like,
they kind of
shooter
consider
I
it, you
don't
know.
I don't mind too much for the moment because apparently Konami is releasing a compilation of some of its biggest titles, including
Wait.
Gradius this year.
Wait, what now?
In this aquatic world, You'll unload
Hello.
a variety of weapons and power-ups in co-op mode or versus modes.
Oh, this
1 to
looks
4
done
players
with
or
Java.
bots. This multiplayer underwater shooter comes with an oceanic amount of content, with more than 150 challenges across 8 game modes, including 5 versus game modes and 5 entire worlds to battle across.
I mean, it is, but when you look at something done similarly, like Castle Crashers, which is still done, I think, with Flash, Java, I forgot, but it's a complete different level in how it was handled.
What do you think, Shiroi?
See where you rank on the online leaderboard.
That's not really
Swim
for me.
Sanity makes a splash on Nintendo
Swim Sanity doesn't have the same ring to it as Twin Sanity.
From our friends at Inti
Oh, Integrate!
So, Azure Striker Gumball 3. Oh, Blaster Master Zero.
A sequel?
Sure.
Wow, this is a nice surprise. I wonder if we're gonna get more of the guest stars like last time.
Possible.
My god. Also, did anyone else play Integrate's most recent game, Double Cross?
Actually, no. I still have to try Bloodstained Curse of the Moon.
Hey, Jason. Awesome name.
I wonder why.
Press X to Jason.
Makrantula. New discovery.
And there's more to explore than ever before as you travel across the galaxy to a host of different planets and their orbiting planetoids.
It's like No Man's Sky, only an actual game from the start.
G. Sophia and Jason.
I'm not sorry.
During their journey, Jason and Eve will cross paths with a motley cast of fellow metal
Hello there.
She's certainly well equipped.
Yeah, she's got the ballistics to match.
Blasting action is back. Blaster Master 02.
Okay. Whoa, available today?
Oh wow.
$10.
So they shadow dropped it.
Oh.
Why are you upside down right now?
Well,
Portal
there are
sequel?
many theories as to why,
No, that's not an
but
indie,
the
believe
true
me.
reason remains
I
a
know,
mystery.
but a man can
Perhaps there's an
dream.
alternate dimension within these
Apparently
very
that man
walls
is not giving you
until
all.
just recently
Tell
lay
me
dormant,
about it.
Or perhaps someone flipped the camera. No one can be sure.
Scott,
I'm confused.
we're filming again. Come on.
Stranger Things?
Oh, it's the Stranger Things pixel game. Yeah, they mentioned it.
Wow, and here I thought it was gonna be one of those Gravity style games, but nope. Here it is. Stranger Things 3. Let me guess, to follow up with the
I
fact
think
that
they
there are only
announced
2
today the
seasons.
third. I think they announced today the 3rd season, so that makes sense.
Available July 4th. Oh!
Happy Independence Day, I guess.
And it's playable on Netflix, however that
No,
works.
it's published
No
by it.
longer a mystery that the official game of Stranger
And yet we
Things
still don't
Season
have
3
Netflix
is
on
coming to
Nintendo Switch
Nintendo
yet.
Switch.
What the hell?
This
I can
retro-style
totally see
adventure game
Netflix
lets you
becoming a
play
gaming
through and
platform.
delve deeper into
Yeah.
the events of Season 3 alongside a friend in local co-op.
For visual
Ah.
Explore the town of Hawkins, solve puzzles, battle enemies, and uncover mysteries as one of 12 playable characters from the hit original
Wow.
series. Cancel your long weekend plans because the game arrives on Nintendo Switch the very same day as the 3rd season on Netflix.
Ah.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, makes sense.
Haha, very funny.
Okay, that's quite a selection
Wow,
of games coming
we have
soon to
quite a
Nintendo
bit.
Switch. But guess what? There are tons
What?
of great indie games available right now on the system.
To celebrate indie games and their creators, we're running a sale on some of these fantastic offerings.
Come on, where's
From
the...
Firewatch
But one
to
more
Yoku's Island
thing
Express,
that pretty
there's
much has
no
become a
shortage of
meme ever
games
since
to
last
save
year's
worlds
Direct of
at your
March.
fingertips.
Make sure to check them out on Nintendo eShop later today.
I'd recommend only Bloodstained and Darkest Dungeon out of those.
Maybe Deltarune Episode 2?
And the avid players
That's
We're
too
not
short.
gonna get that for several years.
Yeah, it's too early here, Jovah.
Huh.
Hmm?
Do you
I think I recognize this beat.
Oh, from the creators of
this is Crypt of the Necrodancer. Oh, it's the sequel then.
I guess.
This isn't the world I remember.
Wait, a different world?
At least this guy is.
Looks Zelda-ish.
Yeah, about that.
I wonder.
Wait. I think I
that melody sounds a little
interesting. Crypt of the Necrodancer is a game where you have to do the dungeon crawling boss stage.
Oh my god!
Unless you die.
That melody.
I have help.
Yep.
Oh god.
This is what I saw.
Oh snap! An actual Legend of Zelda game farmed out to an indie company? What now?
I wonder how this fits in the Hyrule Historia.
Oh no! Don't ask those questions.
What's it be? It's either going to be in the defeated timeline or the adult
Cadence of
timeline.
Hyrule.
Available spring 2019.
Wait, this is certainly an exclusive.
Oh, and it's published by...
it should be available by May, I guess.
Look at that. It's published by Spike Chunsoft, same makers of Danganronpa, who I hear Monokuma. From what I hear, Monokuma showed up in the first of these games. So does this mean that Danganronpa may get tied in with the Hyrule timeline?
I don't know. But yeah, these look decent enough to me.
That was a pretty good Nindy showing. I mean, you know, that's not to say that Nindy showings normally aren't good, but compared to what we used to get at an Nindy show, this was off the chain. Like, okay.
Yeah, lots of new stuff as well.
Yeah, they have some new and also some ports. How about that Cuphead, guys?
I guess I'll be buying it for the Switch, sure.
I'm guessing it's also coming out eventually on the PS4 at this point, but it's also good. But at the very least, it's also on the Switch.
Well,
so
that depends, Tio. I'm wondering if maybe this is actually a result of Microsoft and Nintendo just being incredibly
possible as well. I'm still planning on the PC version, probably when the DLC comes out anyway. So we'll see.
Overland looked pretty neat too.
Yeah, that too.
My friend Pedro was looking to be crazy awesome. Like your best...
Neocab and the Red Lantern 2? Sure.
I like the last one.
Oh.
Yeah, the...
Sorry, I can't remember all the names right now.
I think it's a full Crypt of the Necrodancer sequel.
Actually, it's a game titled Cadence of Hyrule, Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Yeah, the Crypt of the Necrodancer is like the name of a franchise. I'm guessing this is a sequel to it, counts as a sequel to it, which ties into Zelda.
So yeah, the main title is Cadence of Hyrule. That looked awesome. But yeah, the Red Lantern, again, that's one of the most weirdest origin superhero stories, don't you think?
Just a bit.
Okay, all joking aside, Red Lantern does look pretty neat, although, again, I'm calling it right now, for every time you mess up, one of the doggos dies in front of your face.
No, don't do that.
Just
the only things that didn't inspire me too much were Pine and some of the pixel games like Nuclear Throne, but they're serviceable anyways, and besides, they're indies, so it's fine, honestly.
Rad looked pretty neat, you know?
Rad.
It's nice to see that Double Fine are still backing Nintendo. Kind of wondering what's taking Psychonauts 2 a while, but hey, they be working on it at least.
It's Tim Schafer. It's gonna be already a miracle if they manage to deliver half of the promises from Psychonauts 2.
Let's see. After Rad came Creature in the Well. That seemed fine. Bloodroots looks interesting. You know, isometric beat 'em up / hack and slash. Like Tia said, Pine was so-so.
It's, like I said, it's some visuals, but that has its drawbacks, especially for an indie, so we'll see.
For me, I think Pine looks something like Wizard 101 or Pirate 101-esque, just without a lot of the content packed in. Like, it definitely does look ambitious. However, ambition is nice, but you still gotta have a nice end result product. What did you think, Shiroi?
Again, there wasn't really much. Well, there was a lot here, but not much that I was really interested in.
Fair enough.
Aside from the last one, and know more about me, Nickel.
So yeah, after Pine came Super Crate Box. That looks nice, as does Nuclear Throne. You know, they get their jobs done. Ultra Bugs was interesting. Okay, Swim Sanity, I'm gonna be quite honest, that was one of the low points of the direct for me.
Same for me.
But hey, after that came Blaster Master 02. Ooh.
Again, it seems that Indie creates love to do these particular pixel style games, and release them for relatively cheap price to make a big buck, and they're serviceable for what they do. So I welcome those, especially because they know how to do the correct art style for this.
Imagine considering back in the day of the original Blaster Master game, and that was like made, well before the remake that Inti Creates did, that you'd not only be getting a remake, but a flipping sequel like a decade later.
Well, apparently SNK had a similar thing with Windjammers, so who knows.
So yeah, Stranger Things 3, the game, that was a nice surprise. Nindies sales, those are always nice to hear. And of course, like I said, Cadence of Hyrule was a keen way to end things off.
Sure, yeah, it's fine. Again, it was a fine Indies showcase, so I'm guessing tuning up for the next one, or whatever next Nintendo Direct shows up.
Yeah, I'd say my favorite things were definitely Cuphead, Red Lantern, My Friend Pedro, Blaster Master 02, and Cadence of Hyrule.
Alright, see ya.
See ya.
See ya.